when you start to understand the potential of what an online business can do, it's incredible. This brand new thing that we found, like you've discovered the Holy Grail. I just discovered email marketing and the potential of being able to get people to sign up to a list, and you could then talk to that list as many times as you want, as often as you like, about anything that you wanted. Unfortunately, what happens is we're completely unaware of what is about to happen to us.
Welcome to the John McLauchlan podcast.
Welcome to the John McLauchlan podcast. I'm John McLauchlan, and in this episode I'm going to talk about something that will resonate with every single online business owner, whether you're new, whether you're existing, or whether you've spent some time in the field. This is going to be relevant to you. And I'm talking about the cycle that happens to every single, I'll probably say almost every single online business owner, unless you're really, really lucky. Now, this cycle is relevant for every type of business. One of the reasons it resonates with online business owners is because that's who I'm talking to. That's hopefully you right now. But things in the online business world are quick, they're fast, they're dynamic, and we realize what's happening to us very, very quickly. We kind of get hit by the feelings of emotions quicker than we do when we're building an offline business. Okay. So let me talk about this. What we're going to be talking about is the cycle that happens to everyone. First of all, you can be brand new in the business. You've just taken the decision to start a business, and we are excited. We're enthusiastic. Unfortunately, what happens is we're completely unaware of what is about to happen to us. Okay, so we are unaware and excited. So we jump in. And sometimes when we're brand new, we have that enthusiastic naivety where we jump in and we publish things on social media. We talk about this brand new thing that we found, like you've discovered the Holy Grail. You know, I remember when I first started this industry, and I just discovered email marketing and the potential of being able to get people to sign up to a list, and you could then talk to that list as many times as you want, as often as you like, about anything that you wanted. And it was a revelation. It was like, this is incredible. And then you realize that you can do videos, and not only can you do a presentation to somebody one-on-one, but now you can do videos and put it on this thing called YouTube, and you can have several presentations going on at the same time. And when you start to learn about leverage, it's incredible. And when you start to understand the potential of what an online business can do, it's incredible. Okay, so there we are. We're kind of unaware about what's about to hit us, and we're also excited about the possibility. The next stage that hits us is we become slightly aware of what we need to do, and we become frustrated. So we know what we need to do, and we get involved, and we go, oh man, this is so much work. What's going to happen? I didn't realize it was kind of this much work. And if you're a fan of these, home programs, Grand Designs, okay, the same thing happens to people on Grand Designs, which is where people build their dream house, and it's televised, and they go through the motions of building this house. Everybody starts enthusiastic. There's nobody I've seen on Grand Designs where they go, yeah, I'm building my dream house, yeah, whatever. Okay, they're all enthusiastic. They all have this optimism bias when it comes to how long it's going to take and the budget that they've got. Okay, and 95%, probably, I think there's one guy I've ever seen who built a house in the woods, who built it on time and on budget. But everybody usually goes over budget. And it's the same thing when you jump into an online business. People always underestimate what it takes. They underestimate, or they overestimate themselves, and they underestimate what they can achieve in the time. Okay, and they get frustrated. And how many people do you know in this industry that have gone through just those two steps? They get involved, they're interested, they're excited, they're unaware. Suddenly they become aware of what needs to be done, and then they get frustrated. And it's pretty much everyone. Now the next cycle from this is people get overwhelmed. They kind of get into almost like I spoke about the the roller coaster a little while ago, about the emotional roller coaster when we start an online business. And the emotional roller coaster is great. I'm really excited. I've just hit my first roadblock. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. And your emotions go down. You become almost despair. And that's when you start looking around for solutions. And that's where a lot of people end up being, is on this roller coaster of being excited, of being frustrated, and then becoming overwhelmed. And when you get overwhelmed, what happens? You go in search of solutions. As an online business owner, you're going to want to get access to some of the best information you can find, and that's why I put together the Online Business Roadmap. It's all about setting up your online business in the right way to get everything set up and completed in a weekend. In Module 1, getting off to a fast start. In Module 2, we talk about the 3 essential elements to get into profits quickly. So Module 3 is one of the big takeaways with this course. We have our residential behavioural scientist, Jules Reed, and she talks about most of the common things that people struggle with. Imposter syndrome, about yes, you do have things to share as a beginner, procrastination, staying focused, and achieving success as a new or an existing online business owner. Go to the link below, click it, and you can get access to this course for absolutely free. In addition to that as well, you'll also get access to all the free courses within McLauchlan Academy. These are not free courses in disguise. You will get a ton of value from these courses. So go to the link below, follow the instructions, and I'll see you in the inside. Back to the show. So let's say in step 2, you decide to do video as your traffic strategy. Now you think, okay, I can do a video every day, nice and simple. Okay, so you record a video and then you realize that your lighting's rubbish. You realize that nobody can hear what you're saying because you haven't quite got the right audio. Then you realize, or you think, this is something else I talk about, you think you're really bad when you do your first videos, even though you're not, but the perception is, well, I'm really bad, I can't get my lines out. And then you start uploading it to YouTube and you go, well, I've got to optimize this thing, I've got to do this keyword thing, I've got to put thumbnails together, I've put a description together, I've got to hashtags together. I didn't realize it'd be all this work. And then so we go in search of another solution because we are frustrated, particularly when you've spent time doing videos or you spent time doing solo ads or whatever strategy you're using to get traffic and it doesn't work. And again, how long do you keep doing something before you say this isn't working? And as a beginner, you cannot say that. As a beginner, you've got to carry on, okay? And this brings us to step 4. Okay, now step 4, we have 2 decisions to make. We either carry on or we end up quitting or looking for something else. And that's 3, but we have this kind of path that we go down. And what most people do is they get to step 3 and they go looking for something, they go looking for a solution, they go and find the solution, and the solution is a new product. Great, okay, I'm now unaware and excited again. How great is that? And this is why a lot of people go from one thing to the next, because either they're looking for more solutions or they want that cortisol hit of how they felt when they first joined their very first company, fresh, new, it's exciting, let's go in, okay? But are you actually building a business? And the answer is no. Are you actually doing anything to secure your future? The answer is no. All you're doing is you're going from one thing to the next. And the majority of people in this industry end up doing exactly that. And if you found yourself doing that, you're going to do that for the next 5, 10, 15, 20, however many years, okay? You're going to keep doing it. And it's going to be frustrating. So the fork in the road, okay, the destination is to make a decision to make something work. If it's videos, then you stick with videos. If it's solo ads, you stick with solo ads. But also, you need to learn about the ramifications of doing paid advertising, which is you need a marketing budget for 3 to 6 months. Minimum. If you're going to do video, understand that no one is going to be reaching out to you after the first week because you've done a good video. Okay, it takes time. And it takes time for not only for you to get better at what you do, it takes time for your audience to get to know, like, and trust who you are, which can take a minimum of 3, 6, 9 months. And it takes that time for you to develop your skills. Okay, so it's really important that you follow that and you take the time to go through that process, to make that decision and to stick in. Okay, so the next stage is stage 5, where we've made the decision, we start to make sales, we start to get that forward momentum, and we become a business owner because we've got customers, because we've got leads coming in, we've got our processes down. And what happens is we become aware and excited. Okay, so stage 1, unaware and excited. Now we're aware. Okay, and being aware is where you want to be. But it takes that process. It takes moving away from all the marketing nonsense that we hear on a day-to-day basis. Yes, there are some great products out there, but everyone is vying for attention. And what you've got to do, you've got to make a decision. And as I always say, and as I always do, you've got to put the blinkers on. And you've got to say, I've made a decision to go in this direction, and that's where I'm going, and thanks very much. And as an online business owner, as soon as you start to get some momentum, as soon as you start to get some traction behind what you do, people will want you in their teams. People will want you on different things. And people will reach out to you on a daily basis of, will you buy my stuff? And you've just got to be completely blinkered and focused on you and what you're doing. Because I'll tell you what, and I'll tell you this for nothing, I'm going to go to number 6 in a second. In fact, number 6, I'll tell you right now, number 5, we go from aware and excited, and then number 6 is when we go into our rhythm. We've found our DMO, our daily method of operation. We are actually online business owners who are doing what we say, and we are building that lifestyle, and that's where we are. Okay. It's so important to keep focused. It's so important to keep going forwards, and it's so important to put those blinkers on, because you will get so distracted. And one of the things I was going to say, never think you're missing out. Never think, if I don't do this, if I don't take this opportunity right now, I'll miss out. The fear of missing out is huge. Okay, let me tell you this. If you don't focus on you, and if you don't focus on your strategy and moving from step 3 to step 4 to step 5 and to step 6, the only thing you're going to miss out on by joining some other opportunity is the lifestyle that you say you're going to have and never fulfill, because you're always chasing the next shiny object. And that, unfortunately, is the reality of it. But that's what it takes to build a business. That's what it takes to stay focused. Okay. So if you're looking at this or if you're watching or listening to this podcast right now, and you're thinking, okay, I've gone from one thing to the next. What do I do? Okay. Here's what you do. You stop. You turn off social media, and you really go into yourself and think, what do I actually want? And how long have I been doing this? Now, a lot of people are aligned with a lot of great businesses, and they have the potential to give you the lifestyle that you want. Make no mistake about it. The online business world, when I come across it in my podcast, when I talk on my videos, I always go slightly pessimistic, because that is what people kind of resonate with more. People don't want the whole happy clappy rainbows and unicorns anymore, because they know it's not real. What is real is that life is a struggle and business is a struggle. And the thing about business is about getting over those struggles and finding the solutions, because they are there. And the struggles and the distractions are people trying to sell you the stuff, people trying to vie for your attention. And if you give them your attention, then you'll be in this spiral, this life cycle, this cycle of never gaining traction with your business. Let me tell you this, you might think when you get on this path of making a decision, you might think you're missing out. People may even tell you that you're missing out. And because, what I talk about is a lot of the underhand, or not the underhand, but the types of marketing strategies. Are you trying to do video? Yes, I'm trying to do video. Well, that's why you're not making sales. Maybe try this product. Okay, and it keeps people distracted, and it keeps people destabilized from building the business that you want. So by being focused and being blinkered, you might think there will be times when you say, I'm missing out on things. I'm doing this one strategy. I'm building this one business with this one or two products or whatever I'm doing. And you may well think you're missing out on the next best thing. Let me tell you, you are doing the best thing for you, and you are becoming a business owner. And business owners, they don't jump from one thing to the next. Business owners, they have one or two key products that they build on. They build their brands, and they become business owners because they are focused on them, and because they're focused on their customers and giving their customers and their leads on their audience exactly what they want. And it's a great feeling to know that you've made that decision and you are becoming that business owner. You are becoming the person that you wanted to. And people then seek you out for help and advice. And, how did you do what you did? Well, I just focused on one thing. And it reminds me a little bit of when I started property developing. Going back to the grand designs thing. When I first started property developing, I got my first house. It was a little 2 up, 2 down. And it took me 11 months to do it up. Didn't actually need a lot of work doing, but it took me 11 months because I didn't know what I was doing. And then I rented it out. And then after a year or two, I decided to sell it. Okay. And I thought, right, let's put it on the market. Let's sell it. And I don't know if it's going to sell. I don't know. It's kind of exciting if someone does. So you put it on the market. And then a week or two later, I remember getting a phone call from the estate agent. And they said, we've got an offer. And I remember thinking, wow, this is fantastic. We've got an offer for the house. Running around, thinking this is great. And I tell you what, if you ever sold a house and somebody puts an offer in at full asking price, that's great. Day's been made. So you wait a week and they look around the house and they get their lawyers involved. And then three or 4 weeks later, you get a phone call that says, oh, they've pulled out. They don't want to buy the house. And your mood goes right down. So you've gone from unconsciously excited or unaware and excited to frustrated and overwhelmed. And it's frustrating. So the same thing happens is that when you're in business, when I was property developing, after a bit of time when I became aware and excited, it was like, okay, we've got an offer on the house. Okay, fantastic. That's great. That's very nice. And the estate agent will be like, yeah, but you've got an offer. Yeah. When the money's in the bank, then I will cheer. Okay, but I've been doing this long enough to know that, anything could happen. And it's the same with an online business. Anything could happen. You just got to get yourself ready to face those problems, to face those challenges, and come up with solutions that see you through to the end, that see you through to developing your daily method of operation, that see you through to becoming the business owner that you can. Because anybody can build a business online. Anybody can. But building a business online whilst being distracted is like trying to text message while you're driving down the motorway. Okay? And plenty of people do it. And plenty of people crash doing it as well. Okay? Keep yourself focused and you will get there. I hope this podcast has helped you, because that's what it's designed to do. If you've got any questions, please reach out to me in the usual way. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop me a comment just below and subscribe. One of the things we can do now is that I'm really happy to say that the podcast has been accepted onto all the podcast directories. So you can click and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts from. Next thing I want to say is just thank you to all the people who watch, and thank you to all the people that have subscribed in the meantime. I really appreciate it. And it does mean everything for people who listen and the people who watch as well. So I look forward to more episodes. I'm John McLauchlan. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.
To hear all the John McLauchlan podcasts, please visit johnmclaughlin.com. JOHNMCLAUCHLAN.com.